Hello everyone, it's Tom here at the Physic garden on a lovely, cool spring evening after a hot day at the garden. As you know, it's Mental Health Awareness Week and we're having a few online activities that you can find links for on our website and on our Facebook page. One of the things we thought might be nice to do would be to just do a quick video tour of the garden, show you some of the things we've been up to during the lockdown and one or two of the things that are going to be here waiting for you when you get back here in the not too distant future. So we'll start here at the pond. There's some lilies doing rather well over there. Chicken coop's there awaiting its chickens still, and the wildlife garden's still paused mid redevelopment, but that'll be looking lovely once we've got members back and working here. Irises came out this week. Purple ones and yellow ones. The frog spawn's been and gone. There was quite a lot of it, so we're hoping to have lots of frogs again, keeping us company. Comfrey's in flower. Compost area, I'll just show you quickly. Had a quick tidy up in here last week, well, not so quick. Got a lovely bin full of freshly shredded compost over there. So I'll be doing the ground a lot of good soon. Sorry about the sun in the camera. Horace Gardens looking lovely as always. Vines coming back. Gooseberries growing on the bushes in their new locations. Rhubarb romping away as ever. Our raspberries are looking much happier here now than they did in the last year. I think they've bedded in now, so we've got the autumn ones over here and the summer ones over here, which are already starting to flower over there. We're going to be growing trombone squash up on this trellis again this year. Got some flowers in there as well, and the lavender's looking good. Beds are still a bit dormant at the moment, but they'll soon be back. Around to the back of the hugel bed, which has been planted up with all number of things recently. Here's our little annual flowering project area. So as you know, we cleared this bed and we're doing a bit of an experiment to see if we can get a couple of annual displays of flowers, displays of annual flowers to look lovely here. So that's going to be antirrhinums and salvias over there with a sweet pea centrepiece. And this is going to be a mix of sort of hot coloured things of different heights and shapes. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Lawn's had a cut today. It's looking lovely and neat. Oh, the choicia bush, can't miss the choicia bush. Choicia bush, that's a tongue twister. That's been stunning this year. Smells very, very lovely. Oh yes, look, here's a new thing. This is a vertical planter that we knocked up out of some pallets, and some weed suppressant matting there holding the compost in place. We've got tumbling tomatoes and trailing lobelia growing out of there. That's another experiment. Oh, here's some alliums. Looking lovely at the edge of the rose garden, which is just starting to flower. As you can see, it's one or two roses coming through. Clematis romping away up the side of the cabin. Not much to see in the greenhouse at the moment. It's been ever so busy in there, but most of the stuff that was in there has been planted now. There's one or two chilies up the back there that we're hoping to get a crop out of later in the year. This lily's going bananas. We might have to try and divide that up into a few pots next year. This bed's still awaiting planting, but we've got a scheme for what's going to go in there. I think one or two of those plants over there will end up in there. Herb garden's looking good. There's some chives coming into flower there. We've planted a couple of patches of cosmos near the kids' area, which will be a really vibrant show, vivid show, shall we say, of rather lurid pink, I think. So here's the veg pack. I think I'll perhaps do this bit backwards because the sun's so low it's going to wash out the camera otherwise. So we've growing in rows here. We've got what's that? Mange 2 on the end. 2 varieties of potatoes. 2 varieties of carrots here. Those are just sort of classic cooking onions growing next to them. Bit of companion planting. This is parsnips and beetroots, and some spinach, shallots, and of course the hugel bed with all sorts of things in it. I won't try and tell you exactly what's in there because most of it's come here from Suzanne's polytunnel at home, where she's been bringing on stuff that she took home from the greenhouse once the lockdown started. But we've got a few more flowering plants in the top there. So there's some more sweet peas and leeks over there. Here's another new thing. Just this week we've moved some bees in. Oh, they've gone to bed. This hive on the left here is currently unoccupied, but this one has a wild swarm in it. Oh look, there's one. Tiny bee. So that was a wild swarm that was caught by one of our volunteer beekeepers, Steve, who donated it to the garden, and they moved in there just today. There's a video on YouTube of him gently introducing them to their new home. The Dahlias are ready to leave their cold frame, so they're going to end up over by the old grammar school in what was the 25th anniversary bed last year. Here's more of Philip's mammoth sweet corn. Just goes to show you how quick this thing grows, because that is it there, and as anyone who was here last year knows, if you wait a few months it's going to be up there. Beans growing over there. This is very different without the bush growing over the top of it, but we've got all sorts of interesting new plants that have been put down that wall, so they'll be coming through very soon. It's a sweet corn and pumpkin patch. It was planted up this week. That'll look lovely. I think there's 2 varieties of sweet corn in there. I think there's an early and a main crop. Some wild self-sown poppies and hollyhocks, I think, there. And I think that just about brings us back round. That's what we've been up to. Not pictured are the hours spent watering and weeding, of course. I don't think I fully appreciated quite how much watering and weeding our volunteers are doing on a regular basis until the lockdown. So I appreciate everyone who comes down and helps out with that, and of course absolutely everyone who comes to the garden. And I'm sure it won't be too long before we see you again. I thought what I might do is just sit here in silence for a minute, because it's very lovely with just the birds. So I think I'll sit here for a minute with the birds, and I'll see you soon. Take care.